Here comes the Nastygram.
Welcome back to the Nastygram RPG podcast. This is the Monster of the Week, a song of fried eggs and spice, part 2.
Feeling it too hard is the poison to the heart of a cynic.
Welcome back. This is Josh, and I'll be your Dungeon Master. What? And I'm joined by...
Hey, buddy. My name's Barry Northbourne, and I'm playing the Barbarian.
Please, God, no.
I'm going to be, you got Matt. I'm going to be playing Anthony Scholl, the Paladin.
Bonsoir, this is John. I'm playing Guy le Magnifique, the Wizard.
Nice.
Hey, this is Jake, and I'll be playing Trent, the Hellfire Fiddler, the Bard.
Yo, this is Mr. Dante. I will be playing Hockey, the Cleric, also looking like Angela Bassett this whole time because I am divine feminine, baby.
So when we left off, if you listen to the post credits, we got it a little crunchy as the players remade their characters into the new Dungeon World forms. I thought this would be fun to run not one but two game systems I've never run before, so I could fuck up both of them. So they have their new characters. They've leveled up to 3rd level, and they've also chosen a few of their moves from their Monster of the Week characters to retain. So you guys had exited this cavern after transcending this bizarre form of transport where it almost seemed like time stopped, flowed backwards or differently. You flew up this waterfall into this cavern, this river cavern, through it, and you entered thousands of feet up on the top of this tepi in a very different realm. The canoe, now pushing against the gentle current, is driven forward by Rollo and Sheg. You get up to the shore. Rollo hops out nimbly, gracefully. As he turns to you, he has long hair pulled back. His skin is still a little darker, but lighter in color than it was, and his features are very aquiline, long, pointy ears, and he's well over 6 feet tall. He is an elf.
Let's go.
He has a great longbow on his back with a quiver of arrows, dagger at his side. He's wearing leather armor. Sheg hops off. He's gotten a little bit shorter and broader. His beard has, if anything, lengthened. His skin darkened to almost like a soil brown. And he is a dwarf. A battle axe stands at his side as he stands in chainmail, shield on his back, a couple throwing axes at his belt. And they look over the lot of you as you step out of the canoe onto this new shore. And why don't you go around and tell us what you look like here in this other place? Why don't we start same order with Devin?
Barry stands up in the canoe and it almost tips. There is no race for this in Dungeon World, but he is 8.5 feet tall, half giant.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Full chainmail with some armored plates that sort of reinforce soft areas on the body. He has no beard, but it looks like these tattoos that look like the bottom jaw of some predator that loop around his chin and up his face almost to his eyes. His hair is this long mane of dark hair, curly and dreadlock that goes down to his back. He's wielding on his back. He has a hooked net that's rolled up, and he has what the audience would recognize as ice, Ned Stark's Valyrian steel great sword.
Still has access to the prop store.
He does have access to the prop store. And he's just enormous, heavily armored, but still, holds his balance. And he just takes this big, deep breath.
Awesome. Matt, Chef Tony steps from the canoe. What do we see?
You see Chef Tony step out of the canoe. He's human. He looks exactly the same as when he went through. except his clothing has transformed into like a classic chef brigade. So he's got on his houndstooth check pants. He's got on a white chef's coat with the lapel undone on one side, so it forms a perfect triangle. And he's got on an apron that has almost like a sheen to it, and a chef's toque, 100 folds for 100 ways to cook an egg.
Uncle Ben is fuck over there.
Le Magnifique.
The Magnifique almost floats out of the boat. Is a tall, lithe elf with long, platinum blonde hair, braided beautifully, flowing down his shoulders. Bright blue eyes, long, slender ears, kind of tucked between the locks. He's wearing blue and white, radiant robes with this like golden filigree all across it. A book kind of satcheled across his waist, and a 6 foot tall marbled granite staff that is perfectly cylindrical, that looks exactly like his rolling pin, just
Nice.
a bit longer.
Nice. All right, Terrence.
Terrence. Terrence is actually a little shorter than he used to be. A little under 5 feet tall, even skinnier. His arms and legs seem to be kind of lanky, but like his body, like his torso is smaller, like his body proportions have changed. His hands, those claws that you occasionally saw, seem to be permanent. His face, at first, it looks like maybe he's wearing more makeup than usual, but then you realize that the pigment in his skin has just changed. He looks pale, but with darker circles under his eyes and darker lips. And his hair still kind of in his face, black with red streaks, but coming out of his hair, popping out of the top of his head, are 2 horns. And coming out of the back of his leather pants is a tail.
Ooh,
A devil tail.
demon.
And he is wearing a sleeveless T-shirt that says Dragon Force.
Let's
The metal band.
Love it. That's amazing.
Oh, and he has on his back a gold fiddle.
Hockey.
All right. So after this blinding light fades, you all look at Hockey and notice that she is now this curvaceous, beautiful Angela Bassett. I still got the minimal clothes on. I've got a loincloth and just, let's go with like a coconut bra or something like that. Very much in the attire, because I had no idea what was going to happen. But you also notice on my back, where the wings would be, are just giant scars because I've lost my wings. But yeah, I still look exactly the same.
It's a chainmail bra, and that will give you all the
Yes,
advantages.
exactly. Because I do have chainmail on.
An
So,
18 AC.
yep, it's a chainmail bra and just
Same
some
armor as
chainmail. Yeah, loincloth.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I look like, that's what I look like. Just curvaceous, beautiful. Yeah, and then as I get out the boat, I go, oh, I love the skin that I am in. And
Barry looks at Hockey and just
You see, Rolo looks at Shag and kind of raises an eyebrow and says, I didn't see that one coming. As you move off onto the shore, you look around each other. Despite how you've changed, you're all very recognizable to each other. Your minds, your memories are the same. Moving around, you feel completely comfortable in the gear you're in. You intrinsically know whatever weapons you have at your hip, at your belt, on your back, you know how to wield them. Just it's in your muscle memory. Despite this place being unknown to you. One question. Have any of your characters in their world played Dungeons and Dragons?
Gee, for sure not.
Barry played when he was at agricultural school.
Hockey plays with his homies when he's not working at the Ouroboros.
I think Trent probably got invited to a couple games when he was like in high school, because there's a lot of crossover, the metal kids and the D&D kids. But I think that he was like so overly aggressive, like he was such a murder hobo that they stopped inviting him.
Tony definitely has not.
Okay.
There's no time to play D&D when you're working in a kitchen.
Barry and Trent hold one Hockey, hold 2. At any point when your Dungeons and Dragons knowledge could be relevant, you can use that hole for a +1.
Nice.
What module is this?
You look around you now. It's jungle again, but it looks different. It's more wild. The colors are vibrant. You see creatures flitting in and out. Overhead, you see what looks almost like a small pterodactyl streak through the sky and swoop down, and you hear another animal call out in distress as it's gobbled up. Something slithers through the water across the way, something good-sized. And Rolo and Sheg kind of tie up the canoe, pull a rope, and tie it around a rock. This landing is a little bit worn. It looks like this boat has been here before. And there's a bit of a clearing before the jungle ahead of you. In the sky, a few rocky peaks stick up, one prominent in the distance. Clouds kind of swirl around. The sky is almost a different hue of blue. And you just know, obviously, you are in a different place than you just were. Sheg finishes tying up the canoe. Rolo stretches, pulls his bow around, tests the string.
Guy taps the granite staff against the rock. Puffs of flour come up into the air and then dissipate in sparkles. He says, "This is what you meant when you said we had everything we needed, huh?"
Rolo says, "Yes, of course."
This place is fucking awesome. This is so fucking metal.
Hockey looks at the animals eating each other and goes, the circle of life. Boys, why didn't you tell me we're going to such a magical place?
Rolo says, "Welcome to Arowana."
Arowana.
Marijuana?
Sounds like marijuana.
Arowana.
Which I have some if we need it.
The lair that you seek lies on that taller mountain. On the west face, about 2/3 of the way up, you'll see a reddish-black rocky outcropping. The beast with a brood takes that as her lair. This is a dangerous place. If you are to find what you need, return here. We have 3 days at the most before there will be no return for another month. If you are to return, he kind of points a graceful hand, long fingers around at you. You look down, and on the back of whatever hand you put on that rock, you see that glyph. It's like a light outline, almost sparkling. Then you have earned that. We will wait here.
Oui.
Sheg stretches. He pulls the battle axe. You see him just taking cuts in the air.
We look like a bunch of badasses. I mean, except for Tony. I mean, you kind of just look the same.
Yeah. That's because I was born a fucking badass, Trent, not like your little pansy ass with a fucking tail.
You're
horns,
damn.
you little bitch.
Damn.
Jesus, fuck. What the fuck do you rest you look like?
Hey, we have to be holy. We have to love thy neighbor.
You
No.
could be like a cool fucking knight, but you're still a chef. Seriously?
Seriously, though, you had any
That's what
choice
the
to be what
fuck
you
I
wanted.
am.
You could have been something else. You chose to be a chef. I don't know. Okay.
Kind of one tone, Tony.
Well, we do get these badass tattoo markings on our hands afterwards.
Outrageous coming out of that 8.5-foot frame.
Yeah.
But I'm going to suggest you don't fucking talk to me too much, okay?
Your voice is very annoying.
What happened to your voice?
What'd you say to me?
And he steps up towards you.
Barry, I missed the deeper voice. I missed the deep voice, Barry.
I think it's because his neck is kind of gone.
It is being squeezed
They're hidden
through
by my
the air
traps.
hole.
Look.
And he flexes.
Oh,
yeah.
that is a nice body you have there.
Thank you.
No riz on that, Barry.
No reason.
I have a +0 charisma.
I'm sorry you get no bitches.
Sheg says, "There's only one way out of here. That's the way we came in. So, if you're in trouble, get your way out by whatever means you have. But over the side of this place is nothingness. Just through here with us."
Very well. Let us move. Do not have all day, eh?
No, we got a couple of days.
We have 3 of them days to be exact.
We shouldn't waste any time.
I wonder if I will have to sleep now.
How's it feel to have a body?
Weird.
Yeah.
It's been 200 years.
First thing he touches is his penis.
Jacking it.
I like poke your arm.
Stop that.
Yeah, you're real.
I am real. We
Oh, I guess you can carry shit. I start walking.
so mailed.
Tony will laugh at that.
All right. You guys set off.
Yeah.
Rolo and Sheg give you a salute as you leave the clearing and set into the forest.
I give Sheg the forearm grip.
See you in a couple days, pal.
He kind of grimaces a little bit when you speak and says, I hope so.
Hockey, right before we leave, says, "Any last words of advice, boys?"
Rolo says, there are many dangers here, but you all have gifts. Use them. Some things you have to fight your way out. Some, maybe you have other tricks.
Great, more fucking riddles. Real fucking useful.
Yeah, no one ever says like, don't eat the red berries or anything useful.
Oh,
right?
yes. Don't eat the red berries.
For real?
Yes.
Okay.
Trust
Why?
yourself, chef.
Oh, it's an extremely deadly poison. Ingested only. Not great for weapons.
I'll keep that in mind.
Cool.
Let's go, boys.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's go.
Let's go.
It's okay. I am
Team.
both. I am a we. I am he. I am she. I am beautiful. You call me whatever you want.
We are going to do a dungeon world thing.
Let's go.
You're going to undertake a perilous journey.
All right.
That's a move. As you set off through hostile territory, you will choose one member to act as the trailblazer, one to scout ahead, and one to be the quartermaster. Those are the only 3 roles assigned. Each will roll plus wisdom. So, somebody's going to be quartermaster, trailblazer, and scout.
I have a +3 on wisdom, but I'm also the healer, so I don't know what y'all need me to do.
I am usually the scout, so I will go ahead. Though I cannot float anymore, cannot fly. I must walk on these feet.
Yeah, just don't fucking trip, all right?
Oh, wait.
I think
Lots of fucking roots around here.
Tony is probably the quartermaster.
You could. Don't have any wisdom. but-
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
I could be.
Do you have any wisdom?
I have +1 wisdom.
I
Why
think Hockey keeps good inventory on the bar. Tony, not so much.
That's what the fucking sous chef is for, okay?
I can be quartermaster.
Yeah, you make sure we got everything we fucking need.
I'll
Yeah.
find the best way through.
Yeah,
All right.
I will make sure we are prepared.
Barry the trailblazer, Le Magnifique the scout, and Hockey the quartermaster. Give me a roll plus wisdom.
We roll D6.
So, yep,
2d6.
everything
2d6.
stays the same. All rolls are still 2d6.
Just damage.
We will need, if it ever comes to combat, other dice potentially. So,
Yep.
have some out and around.
2d6 plus wisdom
11 for the scout.
11
8.
for the scout.
for the quartermaster.
8 for the trailblazer.
Okay. All right. So 7 to 9 for Barry and Hockey. You perform your job as expected. Consume the normal number of rations. Journey takes about as long as expected. The scout, you got an 11?
11, yeah.
Spot any trouble quick enough to let you get the drop on it. You come around the corner, a corner of this jungle, a little bit of maybe a game trail or something like that. There's a little bit of a clearing, a stream running off that river cuts through here. There's a bunch of kind of ivy and vines that hang down. And you kind of pause. You see one of the vines twitch a little bit. You hold up there for a moment. A creature kind of starts to come out into the clearing as you hold there. Four-legged. It looks like a little bit like a deer, but longer necked and has 2 little corkscrew horns.
Yep.
It starts to run forward, kind of dashing towards the brook, and you see this vine just lash out at it, wrap around it, and it zips up and disappears into the canopy above. The rest of you are coming up behind the back of Guy
Do not go further.
as you see the jungle just devour this creature.
There. Those vines. They just ate that deer thing.
They ate it?
Vines ate a deer.
Oh, wait. It's, well, I mean,
Pretty
not
cool.
much
Metal.
unlike the swamp we were in
or
remember.
Venus flytrap, pitcher plant. There's a lot of things,
Well,
even in our fucking world.
it was a vine, but it was a lot bigger.
Like the short videos, Vine?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, they are dead now. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Dead.
I have old brain and new brain. I'm working it out.
We are maybe down to that clearing. We will have to pass through them in order to go forward. But we have the drop. We know they are there.
Barry's going to start climbing a tree. See if you said it disappeared.
Well, the deer was taken up into the canopy.
He looks up and he goes over to the tree and starts climbing.
You can climb up and get a look around.
He wants to see if is there a creature up here, or is there's a tangle of vines or stuff like that.
Give me a roll plus strength.
11.
Okay. You see Barry, his massive frame just starts to dig his hands into this tree. It's a large tree. It's about 5 feet wide and just disappears up into the sky through the rest of the canopy. And you lose sight of Barry soon. Barry, you chose the tree well. As you get about halfway up, you see a couple trees over. The deer carcass, what's left of it already, just vines wrapped around it, almost like a net that's pulsing. And you see red kind of squeezing out and then being absorbed into the vines. You climb higher and you get over, start to break free of the some of the canopy. You're probably close to 80, 90 feet up at this point.
One of my Herculean appetites is conquest. And I think climbing this tree to the top is one of those things.
I like it. You get to the top and you can now look out. There's, not completely unobscure vision, but you have a pretty good look. There's 3 mountains you can see. The one that Rolo and Sheg pointed out to you is probably another half day travel away. You guys have been moving for most of the day. The sun is starting to descend. You don't think you can get to it before dark. In the distance, you see this stream kind of continue to flow and widen. You see what looks like a small village along it, little mud huts. You see some movement, but it's too far to make out any details. To the other side of the stream, the ground kind of rises. It's a little bit more rocky and broken. Rocks break free. It's almost kind of like a finger ridge that runs up. It looks to you that the easiest passage is to follow along the stream, but it would be hard to bypass the village. You could go up that rocky slope. It's the most direct, but a little bit more physically challenging. And kind of your other option is to swing further in past the village where it looks like the jungle is very thick.
Barry he reaches the top of the tree and just looks, and he revels in just seeing the world as it is.
I'm imagining like the fucking old school like Conan comics, like this huge dude like just kind of hanging out on a tree limb. Like
The top of the tree is like sort of bending.
yeah. Looking out over the jungle as like a pterodactyl flies overhead.
He lets out this yop, this like echoing, you!
Nice.
You got the deep voice still? You. He's going to reach for it.
Man, that felt good. And he'll climb down and relay the messages in the same annoying voice.
So you kind of have 3 paths forward towards this peak.
But I know we are traditionally not good with people. So maybe the village is not the best idea.
They might know about the dragons.
That they might.
I was always told if you see a fork in the road, take it.
What the fuck?
Does that help us in
That's
this?
it. Then I just get silent. No.
There's a fork. Which path do you?
You just see me lost in thought after I say that, just rubbing my chin.
So mild.
I mean, look at her. Like clearly she kind of goes both ways.
Like
Oh, yeah.
hospital doors. Well, I don't have my... Oh, actually, wait. My charisma's even. Sorry, go ahead.
I think we just go through.
We could learn from the villagers. We don't know what we are doing.
The jungle is thick.
I never
Dangerous.
know what
Good fucking point.
Anybody who wants to, from what Barry relayed, if you do feel, although you're your minds feel the same, that there is recesses in there that might tap into some of this. If you'd like to think on something you might know, you can try to give a spout lore roll. If you want to take that and think of the observations Barry has made and what you might learn from it, you can make a discern realities roll. I'll let you do 2 of each. Spout lore will be plus intelligence. Discern realities will be plus wisdom.
I did write down discern reality as one of the things I'd be good at because I got a +3. So I'd like to.
Yes, please.
I would like to discern some reality.
All right. Give me a roll plus wisdom. Anybody else want to do that or spout lore?
Guy's gonna spout lore.
I'll do lore as well.
It's always 2, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Could I use mine?
Let's arouse the blood.
Could Barry will describe in more detail what he sees to Hockey in order to help her.
Let's go.
Do you have a bond with Hockey?
I do have a bond with Hockey.
What is it?
Hockey shares my hunger for glory. The earth will tremble at our passing.
All right. Give a aid roll to Hockey +1 for your bond.
Actually, your voice works out so well with my bond with you because you are a good and faithful person. I trust them implicitly. Okay, and for my discern reality, I got 12.
Wow.
And I aided with a very high roll.
Okay. That is a very high roll.
14.
I got an 8
All
for
right.
a spout.
8 for Spout and Jake. So Dante, look over on your basic moves, discern realities,
And then what I can ask.
and you can ask me 3 questions
I got a 12 for spout lore.
from that list.
Thank you.
Guy says, something. I don't know. Something about that village. Maybe I remember. I don't know. This place is foreign, but I think there is something in our minds. Like we remember.
I feel something like I know some things. Maybe I can ask some questions and find out.
Tony's going to pull out a Newport 100 and light it up. I don't know what the fuck you guys are on, but
You have the cigarettes, but no lighter.
Oh, that is okay. I know how to start a fire. Look at me. I am from Boston.
Tony's padding his pockets. He's like, I got a fucking lighter. Got fucking matches? No. This is fucking...
Josh, can I
Okay.
can
I'm
I
ready,
use
whatever.
arcane art to light his cigarette?
Sure.
Do you want me to roll or?
Yeah, give it a roll.
Are you ready for my questions?
Hang on one sec.
Oh, take your time.
I got a fail.
A fail.
A fail.
Okay.
The cigarette's
So I
in
take
Tony's
out-
mouth, and he's just like, what the fuck is
I
this?
take out the bow of the fiddle, which on the back end is a blade, and I say, I feel like there's a way to make this thing shoot fire. I just and I like pointed at the cigarette.
As he points it, Tony has one cigarette in his mouth. He's just packing his other hand, and a gout of flame erupts. You see Tony's head disappear for a second, and then you see him
He's immune to fire.
on his back, flame just kind of flickering out on his face. The cigarette is completely immolated, and the pack is burning on the ground to the side.
You son of a fucking...
It works,
Patting out the
dude.
cigarettes.
It's like a flamethrower.
You son of a fucking...
He's going to get up, and he's running at Trent.
You just lean over and you take a deep pull off the smoke coming up from the pack of cigarettes.
They're lit.
Fuck you, Trent!
It's lit.
Dante, Hockey, why don't you ask me your questions?
Okay, so what I want to know is what is about to happen, what here is useful, and what is not. What here is not what it appears to be.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
What is about to happen?
Yes.
Okay. You get a sense of Barry kind of keeps talking, describing, just kind of running through everything he saw, and you're kind of nodding your head, thinking and listening, and Barry just kind of keeps going. You get a sense of the movement of things. You get a sense that night is extremely dangerous here, and it is getting close to nightfall. What is about to happen is things are going to get much more dangerous moving around. What here is useful or valuable to me? Was that another question?
I'm sorry. What here is useful?
The village clearly knows how to exist in this place and lives or sits at the base of this mountain. Someone there, whatever entities live there, will know things about it and what lives up in that mountain. And the last one, what here is not what it appears to be.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
The ridge, the rocky ridge that's running up, is the most direct route, but it is also the most exposed. Now, for our lore spouters, Guy, you got an 8.
Yep.
You don't know how you know this, but you have confidence that that village, where it's located, it's not human, elf, or dwarf that live there. That is something interesting. Up to you to make it useful. For Jake, you got a 11, right?
A 12.
A 12. Trent got a 12. The deep jungle will be home to the most predators.
The village. Now I get it. I remember. I think I remember. There are no humans or elves or was it Rollo or
Sheg.
Or like Shig, the dwarves. There are none of them in this village.
Look, everything we've seen since we got here, I think it's pretty obvious what's going on, right? George R. Martin, guy's a fucking hack. He just came here and he just copied all of this shit. Right?
Holy shit.
And it's probably not just him. It's probably it's probably all of them.
I'll agree with you. Martin's a fucking hack. That's for goddamn sure.
So what do we know about all that shit? About all that D&D, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings shit? We know that whatever looks good is always a fucking trap, right? And if it's not dwarves, elves, or humans, then it's probably goblins, and they're going to try to eat us
don't
for
forget
dinner.
the orcs. The orcs, they are here too. Could be, if it's D&D.
What the fuck are you going on about?
Orcs, Dungeons, Dragons, orcs, humans. Come on, these are simple. We're in a fantasy world. These are simple
Okay,
fantasy
you can't
things.
just keep saying the same fucking words and expect me to understand what the fuck you're saying.
Oh, yeah,
That
I do not
village will
understand.
eat us. That's what he's saying.
So-
we go down there and
so-
we are dinner.
If I may,
They have a cave troll.
Really quick side note: the stuff you just told me, I'm the only one that knows that so far, right? And then I have to. Okay, perfect. So, if I may, I have been studying and listening to the lovely Barry, and
Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. You are just magnificent.
So mad.
We need to move soon because night is coming, and night is not safe. I can just feel it. I know it is not safe. The village. How is this village here and not destroyed by the dragons? So I feel like they know something we do not know. But what I do know is we need to get the hell out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't stay in the jungle because
This place
obviously
is
there's
about
going
to
to be
get very, very dangerous. And we
all
will
kinds of
not
shit.
make it to the next episode if we stay here.
Let's get up on the ridge then, out of the jungle, above the tree line. I mean, there's not going to be any predators.
It is
up
also
there.
the shortest path to where we
Yeah.
are going.
That's the way.
If I may, I do not think that is a good idea. The ridge you can see, yes, is the shortest and most direct route. But if you pay attention, it is the most exposed. And if we are fighting dragons or trying to steal dragon eggs, we are going to get dead. We are going to be DED dead, I believe, because there is no way we can hide from the dragons in such exposed area.
And if we take the jungle, we will be there at night. And what you are saying is true.
We definitely can't stay in the jungle.
So the village then?
I think the village is probably the best option,
Look.
though I don't know what will happen
Are
when
you
we get
saying
there.
we have 3 bad options and that is what the DM is giving us?
We are up Shit's Creek, and I feel like if we go to this village, we're
one
going to
thing-
get roofied or something. So let's get drugged up.
One thing to add, you can't these routes will all be the next day's travel.
Yeah.
So you'll have to make camp before then, and then your path forward will be one of those 3.
Well, it doesn't matter right now. Right now, what matters is this killer vine in front of us. We must pass through and get a place where we can camp out for the night.
Yes, we should do that before night falls. Set up a perimeter or something. It is not going to be an easy night.
We should follow the stream.
The river.
Yeah.
The river always leads to the village.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But you said it. The village survives out here, which means that they're probably pretty tough.
The
And
village is also at the base of the mountain where the dragons are, so that could bring us closer.
yeah, but we don't want to go down the mountain. We want to go up the mountain, so we go up the ridge.
Stick close to me, kid. They might be tough, but I'm tougher.
The ridge, I don't know. It could work, but I don't think all of us will make it.
Well, like I said, we talk after we deal with this vine, we?
Yes, we are losing precious sun, and I am good now, so I want to keep everybody alive.
Are we just gonna like chop through that thing then?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Let's
Barry,
go.
Barry pulls out his sword.
You can get your way around that vine. I mean, you identified it.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
made that roll, so basically you've identified.
I'm
the
trying
threat.
to goad Barry into like going right at it and attacking it though.
We don't have a lot of time, Hockey.
Yeah,
Come on.
right through it.
I am trying to keep us alive.
I
If
think
we-
we can go around.
No, because if we pull that thing down, if we kill it, venison for dinner.
But we have these rations.
Yeah.
He sneers at the basically MREs.
Yes. Hardtack,
Yeah.
elven bread.
Some
Fantasy
numbers.
MREs. Yeah.
I want to eat some meat.
Meat.
I changed one of my Herculean appetites from pure destruction to mortal pleasures, specifically food.
Well, I will not.
No, I got
stop.
an idea. Does anyone have any rope?
I have my
So,
whip.
The way that this game works, equipment is very abstract. So if anyone took adventuring gear,
I did.
you'll have 5 uses. So you can basically check one of those off to say you have like a standard piece of
Sag.
yeah. So you would check off one of your 5 adventurers gear and be like, I have rope.
I do have rope. You want me to do that?
I do not have adventurers gear.
I do have adventurer's gear.
I say, cool. Well, here's what we do. Tie it around Barry, right? You guys hold the end. Let that thing pull you up and then just fucking kill it and then get the meat.
Or we can just walk
Sounds good to
around
me.
it.
No, dinner.
Chef, you
So
weighing in on this?
Trent is Trent's alignment is chaotic. Spur others into significant, unplanned, decisive action.
And I am the complete opposite. So I'm trying to be.
If you want to use your hold, and Devin, you want to mark experience. So one thing, I'm going to have you guys mark experience on your Monster of the Week character sheets
Okay.
instead of the Dungeon World ones.
Oh, whenever we
it-
mark experience.
If you want to take his incentive and that hold, you can mark 1 experience if you go along with what he's saying.
I'm so sorry. What was? I know I got the 2 holds earlier for the D&D knowledge. What is that for in a situation?
Anytime that's kind of relevant,
Okay.
a roll to using D&D knowledge, you can add a +1.
Okay,
You didn't
sweet.
need it on the last one because you crushed it.
Yeah. All right. Word. Thank you.
I am not sure about this.
We're
Trent.
like, we're doing. We're,
So, man.
Barry's sword is out.
I'm,
says,
tying,
"Hey."
I'm tying the rope around him.
Barry, come here. If we're going to do this, do we do this right?
Fuck yeah.
I touch his shoulder, and I cast invisibility on him.
Strong grip he got there.
Barry, what's your war music?
And I got a 11. So it goes off. You are now invisible.
Okay, you do not lose the spell, no other effect, with a full success.
They're invisible. The spell persists until the target attacks, or you dismiss the effect. While the spell is ongoing, you can't cast a spell, so it's ongoing.
Barry's war music, it's just a tone, and it sounds like a foghorn at a hockey game.
I don't know how I play that on a fiddle.
Or you could go bum, 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 bum,
Okay.
bum, bum,
I
bum.
start as you start charging towards it. I start doing that on the fiddle.
Guy like grabs his shoulder, well, his arm, and taps the staff on the ground, and in a puff of flour, Barry is gone.
Barry disappears. Okay, so Barry, you are moving forward
Yes.
to this vine.
He wants to find a vine and just wrap his arm around it and try to just fucking yank it down.
Okay.
Can I use bardic music?
Yes.
All right.
You may. All right. Tony
So-
and Hockey, are you taking any actions here?
Nope.
So there's no initiative. It's just like in Monster of the Week, you kind of declare what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm going to bless Devin.
All right.
Tony, hold the rope. Hold the rope.
Nope.
Trent, you are going to get us killed. I cannot swear because I am holy. I will walk up to Barry and bless him. So my deity smiles upon a combatant of my choice. They take +1 ongoing. As long as the battle continues, is this considered a battle?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will walk up to Barry and look him dead in his eyes with my starry eyes, and I'll give him a big old kiss on the lips.
All right. Roll on use
Oh my
spell.
God.
I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
on.
because I got to use a spell. Yeah, because
Yep.
that's not a cantrip.
His hand finds your lower back and like dips you and
Roll +1.
kisses you deeply.
Woo! Trying to get
Woof.
them lips. Let me move this out the way. This feels like the hot spot. Come on, baby.
Tony, what the fuck are we doing here? These fucks.
13.
All right.
13,
goes
baby.
off.
That means it goes off.
I
and
don't
you keep
fucking
it,
know
right?
anymore, Gee.
So the arcane, I pull out the fiddle and I start playing his
So I
his
can
war
cast it
music
again.
as he's
Nice.
running in. And I rolled a 10, which is a full success, which means the ally gets 2 of this abilities. So I'm giving him +1 forward on his damage, and if someone else aids him, he gets a +2 instead of +1.
I will call what between. I mean, they have other mechanical effects, but Hockey and Guy are both aiding him. So
Yeah.
we'll call it +2. What does Bless do?
So Bless gives him a +1 forward as long as the fight goes on, and while the spell is ongoing, I take -1 to cast spell. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna put -1
Basically,
next
that's
to
your concentration.
me. Yeah, my concentration. So yeah, you just get a +1 ongoing as long as the spell is active.
All right.
Or as long as combat is active.
You move up to one of these vines you see twitching, just striding forward. And as you reach your hands forward, they look kind of like silhouettes of themselves, aware of what Guy's magic did to you. You grab this thing and rip. Give me a plus strength with your +2 from your.
Holy! What do you
Box
roll?
cars.
Double six?
Double six. Do
Box.
you want to know what the total is?
18.
Yeah. 2, 12,
Nice.
16, 18 total.
All right, roll your damage, and I'll let you add another +2 to your damage,
And that plus the D4 from me.
plus the D4 from that one guy.
D4. Roll low in the damage, but alas. 6.
6 damage total.
Yep.
All right. D10 plus D4 plus 2. All right. You grab and you rip, and this clump of vines rips down, and you are covered in this icky red, like thick viscous fluid.
Thick.
And in it you actually see, like, mixed in is some like brighter red fresh blood. It hits your lips. Tastes like venison.
Once it hits your lips, so good.
Guy, does the invisibility go away if he attacks?
Yeah.
Okay. He is now visible, and you see vines around you start to kind of shudder and erupt. And they start to reach out for all of you.
Oh,
The largest clump of them, suddenly a deer carcass just drops. It's already half desiccated. It just falls to the floor as the rest of these vines reach out to their threat and start to extend mostly towards Barry, but you see them twitching all around you. What is everyone doing?
Just pick your order, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Josh, take 1 more damage because Trent gave me a +1 forward to my damage.
Okay.
Guy is going to swing away at one of the vines that's kind of close to me and Tony with his
Okay.
staff.
Make a hack slash?
Yep.
Okay. Make that roll. Anybody else?
Trent keeps playing the fiddle, but he's actually never played the fiddle, despite being the greatest musician in the world. And he starts to hit these really shrill, high pitch, super annoying notes, and the vines seem confused, disjointed, as the music goes up to 11. That's the name of the move.
Barry is laughing, giggling.
I failed that.
Oh, boy.
I got a 6.
6. Okay.
Whatever that means.
There's a move that will be made.
Guy got a 9. So I do damage. It does damage to me.
Okay.
I do 2 magical piercing too.
Okay. Everybody else just declare what you're doing.
you first. You first.
Tony is seeing how many cigarettes got saved out of that pack as the children played with the fucking plants around him.
Roll 2d6.
10.
You have 10 stubs, each worth 2 puffs. If you can, like,
Oh my god.
That is rough.
That's stressful.
He's going to have his face right up to the campfire.
All right, Barry and Hockey.
I guess I'm going to go for some damage because I'm still concentrating on blessing you. Or I could cause some fear, but then I'd be like a -2 for casting.
All right, you think about it, Barry. What are you going to be doing?
Barry is giggling like a child as he pulls these vines like streamers, and he's going to just yell at them, "Come on, buddy, I'm right here!" And I cry out a challenge to my enemy, I roll, and then it might, perceive me as the greatest threat.
Okay.
Probably already does.
So first off, Guy.
Yep.
Your hack and slash, what do you do for damage?
2 magical piercing 2.
Okay, roll a d10.
We have a dish over here, too, if any of you guys need dice.
4.
4. You take 4 damage, 1 piercing.
Okay, so I take...
So 1 off your armor, but you can use your invulnerability, so whatever that comes out to.
Yep.
As one of these vines comes out and it kind of becomes rigid and it just kind of stabs into you and kind of pokes you in the leg.
Take 2.
Jake, Trent failed that roll, correct?
Correct.
Okay, as you do that, you see the vines kind of around the clearing kind of quiver, and then they shoot forward, and you see them gathering around Tony as he bends down, picking through this pack of cigarettes. You see them just sort of winding around him in a little circle.
I'm trying to shout a warning to him, but the sound of me fiddling, I don't stop playing, and it's just too loud. You just can't hear. Okay. I'm looking at you, and my mouth is moving, but all you hear is this really shrill sound of the fiddle.
All right, Barry, I think you're doing another hack and slash?
No. For my what are you waiting for?
Oh, okay.
I roll con. So I have a 7, 8, 10, even.
10. Okay, you have the +1 from the bless.
I do have the +1 from the bless plus 2 con.
Okay.
Because my other things were just forwards. So can we just talk about clear up forwards and ongoing?
Yes, forward is a one-time use.
Yep. And then ongoing
continues for that scene.
Okay. Yep. So my holds from Trent are gone, but the only thing I have right now is my +1 ongoing from Hockey's Bless.
Okay.
So a 7 plus 2 strength plus 1 ongoing is a 10.
So it observes you as the greatest threat.
It observes me as the greatest threat and ignores my companions.
Okay.
So I think,
you see the vines kind of twisting around Chef Tony, and then as you kind of pull and tug, you see them sort of redirect and now come at you from the back. So you now have vines coming at you from 2 sides. Hockey?
I'm gonna go for I'll just go for a hack and slash, I guess.
Okay, you're gonna wade in there and take a whack.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Just roll some dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a hack and slash because I don't want to break that concentration
All right,
yet.
roll plus strength.
remember, Dante, Hockey shares my hunger for glory, and the earth will tremble at our passing. We're Sly Stallone and Arnold in Predator.
No. Did it fall in your shoe?
No. Did you see what God just did?
God just made that happen. 10 to 11.
It's crushing it.
Yo, I'm crushing it.
All
yeah,
right.
11.
So look at your basic moves. You do damage and pick one other effect. I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, on a plus 10, you deal damage. You deal your damage to the enemy and avoid attack. At your option, you may choose to do a plus damage or expose yourself to enemy's attack. No, I'm going to do more damage.
Okay.
Oh, but expose myself on 7 to 9. Whatever, I'll just do some more damage.
Okay. So roll the d6 plus whatever the extra is.
1d6. Oh, plus 1d6 damage.
So 2d6.
Great sword.
5.
Okay. Hockey takes this razory whip some of you have seen. It looks a little different here. Almost looks like an Indiana Jones whip, but as it uncurls, you see it glisten with mithril lined along it, and it kind of whips out, and you see it snap off a couple vines that were moving towards Barry. All right, we'll go right back. This thing is, there's this ichor spurting everywhere, mixed with the deer blood, and it's clearly very hurt. What are we doing?
Donnie, stop fucking around with those cigarettes. If we lose one of them, it'll be only harder to drag those eggs back to the boat.
They're gonna be fucking fine. Look at them. They're having a great goddamn time. Okay.
Just
Let 'em
stab in there
fucking-
with your knife a couple times.
Let
Come
them burn
on.
themselves out. It's like fucking children. Let them go.
Sumail.
Jesus, Guy, that's what you got to learn about running a
He
kitchen.
spins his staff and is going to cast magic missile at the
All right.
vine.
Give me a spell attack, and who's next?
Barry's. It's difficult to tell whether he's trying to climb this thing or pull them down,
Or fuck it.
He's sort of he's letting all of his weight hang on the vines, and he's just pulling and pulling and
All right.
pulling and pulling.
Trent
Give
tries
me-
to.
I'm going to call that a hack and slash for you, Devin.
Sure.
And mechanically, how did that roll go for you, John?
I got 11. so
11. All
I'm
right.
off.
So what's the magic missile damage?
6 damage.
6 damage.
Trent tries to kind of focus on the music, and I don't know who would recognize it. Perhaps Barry, in his normal state, but it sounds familiar as he starts to play Little Shop of Horrors.
Nice.
And I'm going to use bardic inspiration on
Barry?
Barry.
Okay. Give it a roll. Barry, you make your hack and slash roll.
Did.
Barry seems to be the kind of guy who, like, low-key loves musicals. But
He's a big music guy. I got a 12.
I got a 12 as well, actually.
Jesus.
God
All
damn.
right.
I have a special move. When I hack and slash on a 12 plus, I deal my damage and choose something physical my target has, and they lose it. I'd like to request there's another animal in there, like something mean, like a mean predator. And
Okay.
Barry, as he's pulling down these vines, there's like a snag. He just fucking yanks, and like branches break, and some other beast comes down.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Oh yeah.
And I'm giving him plus a d4 damage and healing a d8 damage. So I think, inspired by the music, Barry starts drinking the blood, much like Seymour.
It's coming down on him.
Hey, what's the plant's name? Audrey.
Audrey.
Much like
Audrey,
Audrey,
yeah.
he begins drinking the blood.
Feed me, Seymour.
So you heal 3 and you do an extra d4.
I was unharmed.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, I thought you were damaged last turn.
No, just
Only me.
Just John.
Only Guy.
All right.
Nine.
Should have been
9. Okay. As you rip, and this 2 things fall out of this tree. One is this, it looks almost like a giant pulsing sack. And as it rips out, you see this empty hollow that it had grown into this massive tree. And it just falls down on the ground and splits. And it shivers once, and then all the vines go still. And then this thud behind you. And you look behind, and you see what looks like a crocodilian creature, about 11 feet long. It is partly digested, but the skin is so thick, there's definitely a lot of good meat on there. And the clearing goes still.
Well, look at that, Tony. We have a meal for today and for tomorrow, eh?
See? I told you not to fucking worry, Guy.
I
the children.
did shoot a little bit of magic at it.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
meat's back on the menu.
Thank
Take
God,
minus
I
1
am
ongoing.
so hungry. I am so hungry.
Do you ever wonder how the orcs knew what a menu was? That's funny, right? And he picks up the crocodile by its snout and starts dragging it.
All right. The sun is getting lower in the sky, and maybe one of you thinks that with this natural predator gone, this is probably as safe of a spot to camp as you're going to come to in the short time before it gets dark.
What do we think? Should we stay here?
Seems as
Sure.
good as any. The main predator is gone, we. So
Maybe yes, we can. Maybe this will be the place for the night
we.
to get through the night, which I know maybe easier now that we've gotten rid of such a threat.
Sure. Can anybody light a fucking fire? So
Oh,
we can cook this goddamn thing.
Hold up.
Stay the fuck back, Trent.
It's so awesome that he's invulnerable to fire, because otherwise he was going to take some harm.
Oh, that's amazing. If Trent cannot do it, I can start a simple fire.
Please, Hockey. I really don't want to lose any more fucking eyebrows.
Oh, I just remembered. I don't know how to start a fire.
You'll rely on Trent. He manages to get a fire going with a couple sparks and then one large boomer again. But you get something going, cook up some crocodile meat, and as the sky darkens, you'll have to decide your path forward for the next day.
As Tony's setting up that crocodile to roast, he's also going around wherever we are looking for some herbs, some spices, some seasoning, something to make this taste a little better. Also, some of those poisonous red berries.
Okay, roll plus wisdom.
Oh yeah, I got tons of that.
Wisdom.
That's an 8.
Okay. You find some stuff to eat, and you find 2 different red berries. One is like a bright red, and one's kind of like a dark
Cranberry red.
cranberry red. Yeah.
Take them both.
Okay.
Which one's poison?
Yeah.
Fuck, do you care, Trent?
Let me see.
Well, we
Let
need
me
to know
see
which
them.
one's poison. You're not a ghost anymore. You can't just eat them.
No, I will not eat. I will look at them. I assume I have these.
Okay.
Let me look. Let me look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spout lore,
You're not Aragorn.
and I'm gonna use
Who?
one of my bag of books. One of them is on
okay.
herbalism, so I
Okay.
get +1. Good thing I got +1. 9. I didn't really have that much.
9.
Yep.
They are both poisonous. You know that one is deadly and one is just kind of nauseating.
Yeah.
But you're not sure which is which.
Well, they are definitely both poisonous. One is really poisonous, like you will die. One, you probably get a stomach ache, throw up a bit, maybe have diarrhea. You know, like when they ate the wyvern wing, like that. Mix them both together, you get something good.
Good enough for me. Oh, anyway. Fuel up. We got to make a fucking decision for tomorrow. My vote, go to the fucking village.
I agree with the village as well.
You are probably right, Tony. Even though it is probably a bad idea, the jungle seems worse, and being exposed on those rocks to these dragons seems even worse than that.
All right. Anything else you have to discuss? You get the food cooked, and you're smart enough to let the fire die out before it gets too dark. For our spellcasters, if you have a chance to commune for the cleric or study your spell book, if you want to change any of your spells for the next day, when you think, no matter what route you go, you should be able to get up onto this mountain. Any spells you guys want to change, go ahead and do that. And then anything else you want to do for the evening?
Tony he grabs some sort of larger.
How many butts of those two puff butts are you ripping down over this fire?
What's
3.
3. Okay.
Mark them.
You're down to 7. Mark down your sheet.
I say, so, Nerul was telling me that the dragons can be tempted with food, but he kind of said that it has to be something special because they're fucking dragons. They eat whatever they want all the time.
They never had my fucking cooking, so
cook them up something awesome
and Trent, Jesus fucking Christ,
and put the poison berries in it.
Have Guy make a poisonberry pie.
Yeah, I don't.
I do not think there are enough berries for this, and I don't think it would taste very good.
I mean, how would you make a fucking crust out here, Guy?
That is true.
I mean, I know your little staff spits flour, but it makes enough.
a berry compote and put it on top of the meat.
Like a
A
sauce?
berry compote on top of alligator or
Sure.
crocodile, whatever the fuck this thing is.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It has gills, which is weird.
We would need something like a cow would be preferable, but seeing as this deer is all,
Well, no, we need something unique, something that they don't get to eat all the time.
I don't think they have cows up here, but
How about whatever the fuck you are? You keep saying stupid ass ideas like that, and you might be on the fucking menu.
I think perhaps I can change how something tastes. However, if we do want to make a pie out of those berries or some sort of
Which berries?
the ones they,
I mean, does
no,
it
but
fucking
which
matter?
ones? Yeah, we want to kill it. We don't want to give it indigestion.
both of them half and half.
No, Trent, we want the fucking eggs. Keep your focus.
Oh,
The job is eggs.
right.
Jesus.
Maybe the people in the village have eggs.
Now, see, there's a fucking thinker right there. Maybe they do. Maybe they at least know where we can fucking get them. Maybe they know how we can easily get them.
Every time he talks, I want you to picture an 8.5 foot Goliath.
Yeah, while he's saying that, he's covered in blood and and he's skinning, like removing the hard, like outer scales.
Carapace. It has more of a carapace than a crocodile
Perfect.
I mean, it's D&D. You need to make it into armor immediately.
He wants
Like a shoulder pad.
Yeah, you see, he tries it on, and it's sort of like I'll tell you what it looks like in the morning. But he's going at this thing with a knife, and just like you hear like ripping of like tendons being separated and like skin being separated.
Well, that is disturbing. But I don't know. We've made a lot of things that people have not eaten before. But we do not have a kitchen. We do not have supplies.
I guess we go use their kitchen. I point towards the village.
We got fire. We can make food.
Wait.
I don't know why I didn't assume one of the things you would try to do as a kitchen staff was cook the dragon a meal.
Don't you remember the first game we played? They made a giant stew out of a hot tub.
Oh yeah, mantis shrimp.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm off in the corner communing with my deity, singing "Kumbaya" so I can get myself ready for somebody to die.
All right. So you discuss the plan as the coals die down, and do you set watches?
We should definitely set watch. Remember when I said the perimeter earlier? I almost forgot. We would have been dead.
Yes.
Sure.
I can take first watch.
I will take second, I
I
guess.
seem to have a feel for what's going on, so I don't mind staying up.
I'll take last. I'll start making some fucking breakfast.
Oh,
But
yes.
I'm going to sleep now.
Yes, chef, you rest your loins because I am hungry. Would be very hungry later.
All right. First watch is who?
Hockey.
Hockey. Give me a roll plus wisdom.
Let's go, baby. Where's my dice?
Barry stays up with hockey.
Oh, Barry.
Okay. Okay.
That kiss wasn't the only one you can get.
If you become pregnant in Arowana,
Doesn't count.
That is a 15, baby.
15.
Double sixes.
All right. Barry, you watching the perimeter or
Watching the perimeter.
He's watching this perimeter.
Barry's making a show of his dominance over this dead animal, and like
just teabagging it Halo style endlessly?
sniffed its ass. Making a show of it so that hockey sees him.
Give me a roll plus charisma.
Barry, you are so manly with that monster.
7.
7. Okay.
Not manly enough, I see.
You're aroused and repelled at the same time.
He starts to talk. Like he's like doing the thing. And
He's
then
covered in blood, and
It
he
was
looks at you.
working until you opened your mouth.
He licks his lips.
I think I'm going to go to bed now. I am not in the mood.
Good night.
It feels like right after you finish that porn that you branched down.
Oh, you're a
and
monster.
You just climax, and then you're like, oh, God.
Post nut clarity, baby.
for.
Yeah. Why did I do that? I'm definitely going to do it again later, but why did I do that?
Why'd I use my credit card?
I didn't have to pay for that.
But you do, being repelled, you pull your eyes away enough to see there's a good amount of movement. But you
Oh, shit.
you find that just by kind of being up and moving around, that whatever the things are at this point in night kind of scurry away.
Stay at bay.
Who's up next?
Gee.
Gee, give me a roll plus wisdom.
6. That's a fail.
All right. You're there for the moon has not yet arisen, so it's actually the darkest part of the night. You know, you hear some things, you kind of move around in the brush. It doesn't sound that large, but you're kind of focused on it, and so you spend most of your time watching the perimeter. Roll a d4.
Gee's also probably still thinking about the fact that he was sleeping and wants to go back to sleep because he hasn't slept for 200 years.
Ooh.
3.
Okay. All right. Who's up next?
We did not discuss that.
Gee wakes up Trent.
Okay.
Okay.
It is there is stuff in the night, but it has not come close.
There's like monsters out there.
Probably.
All right.
Good luck.
Trent, you feel
Cool.
exhausted, like just earth-shattering exhaustion.
I kind of pat around my pockets looking for my vape, which obviously is gone. But in its place, I have in my equipment list halfling pipe leaf.
Okay.
So I light that up
pipe
and
weed.
smoke it.
Mark off on your sheet under Constitution sick.
Ooh.
Oh, it's going to get worse. Don't worry. Oh, that's a thing I can check it off.
This is a debility.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So you have effectively -1 to your con.
Okay.
You light up the pipe weed, and as the smoke kind of, you pull it in, blow it out, and it kind of drifts around you in the light breeze.
Trent's going to be, Tony's going to be so mad when he finds out that Trent had weed on him the
I've
entire
got
time.
more.
You suddenly
6 uses.
feel a weird sucking sensation on the back of your neck as the smoke kind of whirls around you. You pat the back of your head and you hit this fleshy lump. And as you hit it, it recoils and you feel a pinch in your neck. You spin around, and in the light of the pipe weed, you see this 8-inch slug-looking leech drop off your neck and slurry back into the water and disappear.
X card.
Oh, dude, I like say to the leech, I say, did you just drink my blood? You are so fucked if you just drank my blood. That is like pure fucking evil.
You
I
actually,
just sit there and watch the water.
you watch for a while, you finish smoking the pipe weed, and then you see this thing float up to the surface
He is dead as hell.
and drift downstream.
I'm going to elect to make a wisdom roll to see if I just watch it and laugh or check my companions to make sure they're not also being fed on. I rolled a 9. So I laugh about it for a minute and then I go, oh, fuck. And I start looking to see if there's other leeches.
You move around and you see them slowly coming out of the water.
Okay.
They're startled by your movement pretty easily. You get one away from Hockey very close as it starts to close in on her.
Okay.
And the rest of your watch passes. Chef Tony, take the morning watch.
Yep.
Give me a plus wisdom.
5.
5. Okay.
Damn.
You hear some movement as the sky, just before it starts to lighten, you can kind of see just the shade shifts. And it's in the tree line, kind of north, kind of ahead of you. And you sort of look around, focus in that direction. You don't see anything, and the sky continues to lighten. And the morning comes, and your companions start to stir, and maybe you put your foot in their ass.
No, Tony has been at the fire, and he's trying to get an ember to just warm up a little bit, and he's got one of the butts in his mouth, and he's just like leaned down in the fire.
You blow on it,
Fucking God.
blow for a while. You see this light little glimmer, and you catch it, and
Oh, that's the shit. Fuck.
I remember being young and a poor smoker and like stubbing out a cigarette and putting it back in the pack.
Oh, yeah.
Then going back to it later, and you just fucking
Best
reek.
feeling ever. Yeah. You're like, oh my God, I have another cigarette left or a piece of cigarette. Yeah, I remember those days.
And morning comes, and you're down to 6.
Oh, God. Asking for
All right.
checks as soon as somebody lit one. Yo, let me get some of that.
You all stir, light cigarette scent in the air, and you're up.
Yeah, there's no fucking breakfast, boys. It took too long to get that cigarette lit. Sorry.
You already feel it's going to be warmer today and muggy.
Oh,
The air is still.
I'm rubbing the back of my neck. Oh, man. That hurt.
What happened to you,
Oh,
Trent?
I got leeched. Giant leech.
What?
Like bigger than the ones in the swamp. Way bigger.
Did you catch it?
No, I mean, I point to the water. It's like floating dead. I mean, it drank my blood.
Oh, no, that was a bad idea.
That cooks out, yeah?
The blood? Yeah, you drain it out. Yeah.
Yeah, but, like you cook it and it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Sure.
Fucking Tony will grab it.
Josh, it's not, I have no idea, actually.
You eating leech?
He's going to cook it up, see what happens.
Okay, flay up some leech. Is anybody partaking of the leech?
I do.
Yeah, if Tony's
Oh,
making it. Yeah.
I am so hungry. I'm going to eat that.
Yeah, maybe if we have more leeches, Barry's going to check his pants for any leeches that may have gotten.
You don't see any. You think
Man.
Trent's scared off
Oh,
the
I
rest
like
of them.
fought him off. I kept you guys safe.
You are
thanks.
so
Thanks, buddy.
valiant, brave.
Well, yeah, that makes me fucking try. Tony looks for leeches on himself.
All right. Anybody that eats it, give me a con roll. Roll plus con.
Ooh.
If you fail, you're going to take some harm. If you succeed,
Oh, baby.
you will have +1 forward on your next con check.
Please
Get a little,
succeed.
little
10.
cooked demon blood.
10 for Tony.
+1 forward, your next con roll.
Six.
I got a 4.
Roll a d4.
I got a 4.
Roll a d4.
4.
You take 4 harm.
Minus
need a
1.
D4.
For immortal.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's a D4?
The pyramid looking one.
Oh, yeah.
Do you heal on a rest?
I believe you do. Let's see. Special moves. Make camp.
Oh, I got a 1. Oh, boy.
Is it like con modifier?
Half your max HP. So yeah. So you healed
So
up
I go
from
up
last
back
night.
down. All right, so-
I get an 8 on that con. Is that still? Is that plus
no
1?
effect.
No effect. Okay.
It tastes pretty good. Kind
I
of has a
got-
tang to it though.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on the D4. So
Okay.
I just take 1 damage.
One hit point.
It's
No effect for you, Trent.
the texture, a lot like a sea cucumber, huh?
Oh, I think I
Kinda-
swallowed the spine of the sea cucumber.
The little crunch. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think maybe
He
Trent,
like
you get any more of these, we fucking bring it back.
he's like clearing his throat and he spits and this black ichor comes like,
Oh,
flying out.
That's my blood.
Oh, I drink
This did
some
not
of your
cook
blood.
out. Oh, this did not cook out. You said it would cook out, Tony.
Gee, this is what it's like to be fucking mortal.
Oh, I want to be a.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, I want to be a ghost again. Oh, so
Sometimes
mad.
demon blood will, and I'm Hockey's just. Ugh, I got the demon blood in the back of my throat. Ugh.
Just drink some of that fucking pond water. It probably.
I was just thinking to wash it. I was just thinking that to wash it down.
Yeah, it's fine.
You break camp, make your way forward. Basically, north is along the straight path, along the stream, towards the mountain, through the village. And you've only traveled a couple hours. You think you're probably a little ways still from the village. Suddenly, you hear noises above you, to the sides of you. You kind of all spin around, look up. You see little shapes moving through the treetops, dashing to the sides of you. You have the stream on one side, but there's definitely motion above you, in front, to the sides. You see little bent silhouettes.
What the fuck are those?
I don't know. You're the fucking scout, Gee. What the fuck are those?
Can I discern realities?
Sure.
Supposed to be keeping your goddamn eyes open.
12.
Okay. You think the village found you before you found them.
Oh, he's telling me.
They appear to be small creatures, maybe 3 to 4 feet in height. You see maybe sticks and bows in the silhouettes as they move around you. And they're definitely trying to surround you.
I think
And they're
the-
definitely aware of you.
I think the village found us first. Let's all be cool here.
You saying these are the fucking locals?
Oui, these are the locals.
Oh, I got this.
Oh, so merde.
Hello, you little fuckers.
You have a special ability, Chef Tony. Do you not?
I
In your
got you.
paladin form?
I have a voice that transcends language. I'm here to cook you the best fucking meal of your little ass lives. Are you down?
You hear these noises back and forth, this kind of chittering noise, treetop to treetop and around you as they kind of call out to each other. They start to emerge. You see 3, 4, 6, 10, 12, eventually about 20 of these things. They're, as I said, a little bit under 4 feet tall. And as they come closer, you see they're scaly. They have little red beady eyes. They're humanoid. They walk upright on 2 legs. They have hands with 3 fingers and a thumb gripped around bows, spears. They have sort of almost like a caiman-like mouth, like a small little caiman kind of alligatorish mouth.
Fucking kobolds.
And you, yeah, Guy, why don't you give me a spout lore?
All right.
This is a wizard kind of thing.
I'll spend a book on this.
Unfortunately, I think I'm going to try to feed you your fucking cousin.
10.
10. Okay. These are kobolds. They are
Little bastards.
lizards. Some legends say they're actually descended from draconic blood. And that they worship dragons as a god. They start to scurry forward. You see one who has this, they wear kind of leatherish armor, a couple different shades. One you think is this kind of almost blackish gray, and you think it actually is the same creature that you dined on last night. The other is more leathery, some kind of land creature that makes up their armor. And one of them has this red band that kind of spirals through his down his arm through his armor, and he kind of steps forward. He has a spear, and he has a little kind of adornment on his head, a little metal circlet. He steps forward. He points the spear at you. He says, "Only you understand, Tony." He says, "Trespassers, why do you come here?"
Holy fucking shit, I can understand you.
What the hell did he just say?
How do you speak our language? Have you come?
I was chosen by a fucking god, and I'm here to make you and a dragon some delicious food. That makes any fucking sense.
You are here to feed the All-Mother.
Yeah.
Right.
He starts chittering away to the others, and they suddenly immediately change their
He like leans
posture.
over to Tony and says, "They are like little dragon spawn, perhaps. They worship the dragons, so that is probably why the village still exists.
It suddenly
Okay, perfect.
feels like
So don't mention eggs or killing or poison." He puts a thumbs up.
it suddenly is like that scene in
Okay.
Return of the Jedi where the Ewoks start to, like, they come out and they kind of embrace you, pat you on the back. They
Oh.
start kind of looking at your gear,
Just got to give him one little Nutri-Grain bar.
playing with you kind of
They're your best
inquisitively.
friend.
Barry, like a hood on a hoodie, pulls from over his back. It's just the jaws of a alligator, crocodile, and he pulls it over his head so that his head sticks out of, it's in like the back of the mouth, and then like a big long cloak that drags behind him is just the back scaly skin of the alligator.
They kind of jump back when they see it, and they keep chattering a word.
Takanuga, Takanuga.
And they point at the others.
Swiping his hand like at bugs at their spears.
They seem impressed.
Well, I think we're in. That was fucking
You
easy.
come to village.
We got an invite.
Feed All-Mother.
Personal table.
What are do they have the right idea? Like we're
Come,
feeding.
come.
We're not feeding the
Let's
All-Mother,
try cooking
Shut the
them.
fuck up.
right? But are we feeding the All-Mother or are we feeding?
That is
the
a good
All-Mother?
question.
This is like
Yes.
in Star Wars. You are C-3PO and you are the god, and we are good with the little Ewok people.
I don't understand.
Yeah, they
that.
tried.
don't.
They tried to eat him.
Oh, he said the chupa dupa, and now he's a leader.
You know they ate the stormtroopers, right?
They definitely ate the storm. You saw the helmets.
They're scurrying and kind of prodding you along. And the leader, the one with the red bands, keeps kind of beckoning you.
Come on, they're tiny.
You see a handful of them kind of dart off and disappear. Some of them jump up into the trees. As you move through towards the village, some of them stay in the trees above you, kind of jumping treetop or limb to limb. The rest kind of keep surrounding you. You see they keep a wary eye on their surroundings. Some, not getting too close to the stream, not getting too deep into the jungle. There sort of seems to be, in their mind, this safe kind of distance. And after a little bit less than an hour, you kind of come out and the land opens up. It's cleared. And the village of maybe about 20 of these huts, mostly very small, with a couple larger ones. And the village is all built around one kind of clearing with a great stone mound in the center. And the huts are all a good distance back from it. You come forward and you see more of these creatures. There's probably at least 100.
Holy shit.
As
Wow.
you come forward, and they all seem aware of your coming. Some of these clearly went forward. And you
All
scurry
right.
forward, and they're chittering and chattering. And
Hey, little dudes, bring us to your commercial kitchen. I'm sure they've got induction, right, chef?
Yes, we feed the All-Mother. Yes.
Sure.
you come forward, and they start to kind of envelop around you. And you come up in front of this mound, this clearing in the center of the village. And they're all around you. There's easily 100. You see little smaller ones, mothers looking out from some of the village doors, some of these little critters running around. And the red banded one stands up on top of the mound, and he starts calling out in their language.
We have a blessing from the gods. The outsiders have come to give us an offering to the All-Mother.
So we're here to give an offering to the All-Mother.
Clarification, perhaps. Are we the offering, or are we preparing the offering to be given to the All-Mother?
Two of the others, you can kind of tell now that the ones that have that darker carapace of that crocodile-like creature seem to be maybe some kind of like royal guard. They're the ones that sort of seem to be a little bit more in charge under the red banded guy. And two of them run up to you and they say,
"Oh, great outsider, which and how many do you offer?"
He points to your companions.
I mean, I could say one if that's okay, but I would also like to know.
One what? What are you saying,
Shut
Tony?
the fuck up, Guy. I got this, okay? Does she have a favorite food?
She appreciates any new offering, and these are all interesting. That meat would taste the most fine. That hearty. That spicy. This one, delectable.
What's it saying?
Why is it pointing at my curvaceous body?
You see that they're chittering and chattering, and they're
This is
pointing.
fucking gorgeous.
They're pointing
Oh.
to all of you as they talk to Chef Tony.
Well, thank you. Tell him to keep going.
So, what? Tell me more about your What is she, a fucking god to you, or?
The All-Mother. She lives over this place, and she protects us from the many dangers. And she provides, and in return, we provide to her.
That sounds.
And now we are blessed, for now we will not have to provide for this moon, because the comes from your god. So
Sounds great, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
which one?
Ah.
Maybe two would last. Maybe 2 moons, and our village would be greatly blessed.
Okay.
And you can have.
Yeah.
We have many offerings to give you in return.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I don't see any cows.
How,
What the fuck is going on?
I think Tony is selling us to the dragon.
This is part of the reason you were offered some red shirts. Just
Yeah.
there.
I got one already. It's fine. So, is she the only, just the one All-Mother? You said mother. Your mom, she got kids, family. How's this?
The All-Mother lives here, under Topayu. The other mothers, they have their own homes. They have their own that they protect.
Okay. That's interesting.
But the
So there's
All-Mother-
more fucking dragons here.
The All-Mother blesses our village. That is why we are the greatest in the land.
They all like shove their spears and bows in the air.
Barry is like, yeah.
Ari gets nervous. Like, what the hell is going on?
They start running around and they're coming up to you. They're giving you these little fruits and little like sugary kind of preserves and these mugs that seem to be made out of some kind of like almost like a curved coconut kind of thing with this kind of thick frothy liquid in them. And they're offering to all four of you.
I am hungry.
This is good local sustainable foods here. This is going to give you good energy.
Tony, be honest with me. Are they trying to fatten us up?
Yeah, I'm not going to fucking lie. Yeah, they are.
Oh,
it's fine.
no.
So mad.
Don't worry. Okay?
I don't want to die here.
Maybe
We're not going to fucking die. Look at them all. They're so fucking tiny. It's fine.
They are kind of cute.
There's
there
a lot of
are
them.
like
They're
100,
adorable.
maybe 200 of them.
But listen, there's more than one of these All-Mothers here, okay?
Okay.
We don't have to take this, right?
Well,
Hold on.
this is the one with eggs, though.
Look-
That's what they told us.
Little guy. How many
Yes,
of
great
these
outsider.
All-Mothers are there?
There is only the one All-Mother. That is why we are the blessed.
All right, how
We
many
are the
second
chosen
mothers?
people. Well, other mothers, they are not ours. They are young.
Okay.
All-Mother would say they are puberty. We would not say that.
Look, Shaggy and Rolly said this was the one that had eggs.
Okay, sure. Are they fucking here with us now? Terrence?
But we
No.
came for
Oh,
eggs, right? You told me to keep my head in the game, stay focused. You want eggs.
We only have 2 days as well.
As you're talking, Trent, and like one of them keeps like tapping the pitcher, that little orb thing they put in your hand, like drink up.
I drink it.
Okay, it's really good. It's kind of rich and thick.
Very sweet.
Barry's eating and drinking heartily.
It looks like it's in a coconut, but the inside is yellowy. It almost has kind of a corn kind of flavor to it, like a sweet kind of corn flavor.
Barry takes a bite out of the outer shell of the coconut and eats it after he's drunk.
It's a crunchy, very crunchy. Fibrous.
Okay.
It'll help you pass some things.
A couple of them start playing
poops.
some drums off to the side.
Do you think dragons eat other dragons? Because that'd be a good meal.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, Trent. You're the fucking D&D expert or whatever
I played
the fuck
like
this is.
one game.
Yeah, and look at
Ask
yourself.
them.
You picked yourselves with a fucking horn and tails.
You speak kobold. Ask them.
No, I don't speak. I speak the language of food, Trent.
Trent rolls his eyes.
The leader comes back up to you, Shiftoni, and he says,
Oh, great outsider. We must know which so we can prepare the offering.
Okay, I'm sure she has very fine taste, right?
Yes, but these all offer different things. As I said, different
but you wanna-
flavors.
Listen, where I'm from and my God demands very specific things. I'm only assuming your all-mother, she's got great taste. Yeah?
Yes, the best.
Exactly. So we want to make something that's going to be fucking perfect for her. Does she want spicy? Does she want lardy? Does she want meaty? Does she want...
That is for the offerer to know.
I think he's
You are
trying to
sent
decide
us.
which one of us to give to her.
Yes, I think that is what he is saying.
We are
Doesn't
going to
sound
die.
like a great plan.
We are going to die.
If you are not sure, the best way is to offer all.
We can't offer all. Come on.
What?
Offer all of what?
so
Calm the
you
fuck
guys,
down.
he's speaking.
Hold on,
We can just hear
You
him.
understand everything he's
Yeah,
saying,
right.
and they're just chittering back and forth to him.
Tony, how about this? See if there is a creature in the jungle that she has not eaten before, or is something that is a great feast for her.
Yeah,
Then
how
we
about
can-
100 kobolds?
Yeah,
That's a great
I'm not
feast.
going to lie. I'm pretty sure they're going to say that it's going to be one of us, but I'll
So
fucking
let's
try.
just fucking kill them all.
Anything your all-mother, anything she can't kill?
No, our mother can kill anything.
All right, fair enough. Well, I think the best solution for us to make the
Wait,
perfect meal for her
Hold on.
is to meet her. My God is very specific, and he's going to want to fucking know what to inspire her to create the perfect meal to enhance her power.
We cannot call the all-mother without an offering.
All right, well, we can work around this, right?
Chef Tony, give me a parlay roll.
Parsley, parsnip, pearly.
It's going to be plus charisma.
Oh yeah, we got that in spades on this crew.
Goddamn right, that's the big -1.
He's so rude.
I rolled a 3, so that's a 2.
That's pretty bad.
We
Okay.
all die.
He kind of narrows his eyes at you for a second, and he says,
If you are not sure of the offering, maybe it's because your God knows that you would be the best offering. You must be honest to your God.
That's
you see that their posture kind of changes a little bit. The royal guards with the crocodile armor start to kind of hold their weapons a little bit tighter. The rest of you don't know what's being said, but the tone has changed.
I think you pissed him off.
He's not doing good right now.
I said this would be a bad idea because we are not people, you know. We are not kobold people either, apparently.
Yeah, but we might be good fucking dragon people.
Go to the village, he says.
Yeah, Trent, it's better than any fucking idea you had. Now, listen, you
My
little
idea was
shit
to not
stains,
get eaten. I
okay?
told you we were going to get eaten.
I'm going to be very fucking clear. My God is way
We are going to die.
more fucking powerful than anything you can imagine. Do you
He's
understand?
losing his temper again.
When we came here, we were fucking
I got an idea.
like me. Okay? You understand? Soft, squishy. You get that?
Delicious.
Trent, you did burn
Yeah,
his cigarettes.
delicious. You know what else is fucking delicious? You will be. Now listen. Your God is a fucking dragon, right?
The all-mother is a...
Yeah, all mother, my mother, your mother. I don't give a fuck. Okay?
I don't think he knows what the
She
word
likes
fuck
to eat
means.
fucking food and she wants the best of the best. That's what I fucking do. Now, if you want her to get the best fucking offering, maybe it's me, maybe it's them, maybe it's you. Okay? Now, until I can talk to my client and find out what they fucking want, then there ain't gonna be shit fucking happening. And you can do whatever you want with your little fucking spears and whatever the fuck it is, but my God will not let me die for this shit. Do you understand?
If you wish to offer yourself, you can speak to the All-Mother when she comes.
Okay, fine. When's she fucking coming?
We will prepare it for sunset.
Good. Sign me up. I'll put myself on the fucking menu.
Maybe just all then.
Sure. Everybody.
Hey,
hold on.
Hold
It is
on.
he is a very good meal by himself, just Tony.
You were moving me a second ago. Now I am angry. That was so good. But now why are you going to sacrifice us all?
This is going to be fucking easy, okay?
That was kind of fucking hot, Tony. I'm not going to lie. That was a nice speech.
He turns and says something to the rest of them. Chef Tony, you hear him say,
The outsider has decided he will offer all.
and a cheer rises up and the rejoicing redoubles. Drums going off. They're back to Ewok party mode. And
It's okay.
you see them carrying these logs up onto this mound. You've been below it, but you see as they move the logs 4 or so at a time, 4 of them carrying one log. They seem to be these slots that they drop into.
Hey, let me help you with that.
Barry goes and helps them. He can easily carry one himself.
Chef, you fucked up.
And they position 5 logs dropped into these holes
5, 1 for each. Cool.
on top of the
cool.
offering mound.
What the fuck are you worried about,
What's
Trent?
your plan? You're going to tie us to a log and get eaten by a dragon? It's a great plan.
I'm not tying anybody to a fucking log. I'm pretty sure they're going to tie you up, though.
Barry's going to walk around the log.
Yes, we will tie.
See? Yeah, he said, yeah, they'll tie you up.
They start bringing you
How is
food.
this a good idea?
Tony, they start bringing you offerings.
Barry's shaking the logs,
Take
making
'em.
sure they're secure.
Guy disappears.
I think
I rolled
George
a 9.
Lucas is going to sue us at some point.
You cast invisibility.
Yeah.
We are in
myself.
trouble.
100%.
Okay. 9. So choose
Yeah, to,
one of those effects.
Are there glitches like in?
Yeah, sort of. I'll take -1 on going to cast a spell until my next prepare spell.
Okay. So you don't lose the spell.
Correct.
You disappear.
Yep.
You hear them kind of like the ones that are closest to you kind of shriek, and they kind of run forward and they kind of stab at the air. You're
Yeah, I'm
able
already
to
gone. Yeah.
kind of move away.
Yeah.
And one of them turns towards you and says,
Where did that one go?
Yeah, I told you my fucking God is powerful, but you decided to piss me the fuck off, so don't you worry about that, okay?
What the hell is going on?
Take one down. Just 4.
I'll do it.
Barry, they're going to eat us. Like,
No, they're
you
not.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
oh, wait, he can't hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, okay, yeah, the dragon's going to eat us.
100 of them. They're gonna need 200 to take me down.
So,
my God, that
can
voice.
let's kill him.
No, I want to see the dragon.
Calm the fuck down, Trent.
When the dragon comes, you're going to be tied to the post.
No, I won't.
Probably on fire.
No.
Only if you fucking set him on fire, Trent.
Look,
Calm the fuck
we
down.
are not immune to fire. I know
don't
you
if
are.
we can burn a dragon.
That has nothing to do with it, Trent. What the fuck happened to that leech when it ate you?
So wait, your plan is to have me get eaten. Then I'm dead.
And then the
How is that a
dragon's
good plan
dead,
for me?
and we get eggs, right?
And then I'm dead.
Resurrection.
Why do I give a fuck?
Yeah.
I have resurrection.
Pretty sure Hockey has mentioned a couple of times now that we can fix that fucking problem.
Sounds like it'll hurt a lot.
Bobby
should-
did it. He's fine.
That's not my fucking problem,
Trent,
Trent.
okay, Trent, maybe you
I
should
get paid
die.
$3.75 an hour plus tips.
Tips, Trent.
I'm not getting any tips from kobolds. I'm not getting $3.75 an hour to get eaten by a dragon.
Well, as you're saying that, one of them comes up and they start putting adornments on all of you, like offerings around you, like little shell necklaces, and they start tying like flowers and stuff onto your clothes and your armor.
I pick one up and hold it like a child and walk around with it.
I am supposed to redeem myself for my sins, but I don't want to die because I am trying to override my character. Trent, if you die and the dragon dies, I can resurrect you. Therefore,
Not
I
if
can.
you also get eaten.
Hey,
Damn,
no one's
he is
getting eaten.
right.
No
He
one's
is-
getting eaten, fellas, ladies. We'll be fine.
Barry, you're so considerate.
Guy, where are you at during all of this? Are you
He kind
staying-
of backed away a little bit, but he's staying within sight of whatever's going on.
Guy, if you're around, you should probably.
Give me a roll plus dex. There are well
Yeah,
over
yeah.
100 of these little critters scurrying all around you.
6.
Okay. You're like, you scurry back from a few of them that are carrying these garlands forward, and you just feel like a thump behind you, and you turn around and you see a kobold kind of eyes wide, and he like stabs forward, and he just kind of pokes you in the leg with a spear. Does your invisibility drop from harm?
Not according to this. So, until the target attacks or I dismiss.
Okay. So you get a little poke. You take 1 harm.
Yep.
Concentration check.
And this thing starts calling out, and you basically you're gonna have to get further away.
I'll roll a con to see if I yell out. No, I rolled a 13.
Can I? So my bond with Guy is that he is constantly in danger.
Perfect.
And I must protect him. Is there any way, maybe because I have this bond, I can feel that he's in danger and protect or aid in his?
You see what's happening. You see this little frenzy of activity and these things stabbing at the darkness. And you've already seen Guy use this spell on Barry. So you get a pretty good sense. And you try to get their attention. How do you do it?
How do I do it? This goes perfect with my deity because my what's that word? My petition is suffering. So how can I make myself suffer instead of Guy?
You think to yourself that as they're adorning you, if you were to set the example and put yourself up on the offering against one of these posts.
Yep. That's what I do.
So Hockey moves out. Maybe you start kind of calling out in your Angela
me.
Bassett voice.
I am the captain now. I am the captain now.
As he does this, they all start like cheering and getting excited again. A couple of them still kind of start scurrying around looking for you, Guy, but most of them kind of lose the focus and you're able to move to a little bit quieter part of the village.
I try to find a place that has like a bluff or whatever that I can look over this little mound
You're
area.
like a little bit further
But
away,
out of the
but
press.
you're out of the scrum.
Yeah.
I like yell, like put my hands to my mouth and yell. I yell, Guy, when the dragon comes, you're going to have to get the eggs.
Wait.
All right, look, Tony, no offense. You're not the best communicator. Yeah, you make great food, but I've heard you in the kitchen and you just kind of scream at everyone, and I'm not part of your fucking kitchen cult. So if you want me to go along with whatever the fuck you're planning, you need to tell me what the plan is. I'm not going to just get up there and get eaten without knowing what the plan is.
Jeff, you close your eyes for a moment as Trent just rattles onto you. And you think about how different this would be with the staff from the pond. How just immediately on board, they'd have complete trust and faith in you. They just know that you're going to do the right thing.
They would also all turn into kobolds as soon as they got here.
And you think to yourself, why the fuck do I work at Ouroboros?
That's a good question. Good goddamn question.
When you open your eyes, you see that I'm smoking a halfling pipe weed that you...
Trent, you dirty fuck.
What?
Pass it here. Or I'll tie you to the fucking post my goddamn self.
You know, I didn't have my vape, but I have all this.
Jesus, fuck, give it here.
While he says tied to the post, I, as Hockey, am starting to tie myself to the post screaming, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
You look, Hockey is surrounded by a dozen of these kobolds, and they are just showering him with flowers and garland
I'm
and
catching
shells.
food with my mouth. Just give me it all.
I pass you some halfling pipe weed, and then I put one in Hockey's mouth.
Ooh, some pipe weed? Mm-hmm. Oh, I take a big old hit
Barry's
of that.
gonna.
Yeah.
Could I offer myself up? Barry would like to be tied to the same post that Hockey is.
Okay.
Whoa.
A back-to-back?
Yeah. We're destined for glory.
Come here, Daddy. Get over here.
Yeah. Tied like motorcycle style, like if Barry's the passenger on the motorcycle, arms and legs wrapped around the pole.
You hear them saying as they're tying him, like, that's weird that they would position themselves that way. But okay. It must be their way.
I agree. Nah,
This
it's fucking
is the
weird.
way.
It's fucking weird,
This
guys.
is the.
I guess that means we're pole partners, huh?
Yes,
I need more of that
we all-
fucking weed.
We only need 2.
Two.
He calls out. They start pulling the other 3 out, and the celebration continues. And they continue to feed you, and then they're going to try to guide you up onto the pedestal. And they tie you up, but it's not. I mean, you're tied. It would be very difficult to get out, but it's not uncomfortable. They're not like cinching it down on you. It's kind of ceremonial, but you're still fucking tied to a post.
Don't fucking struggle. It'll be easier in the end, okay? It's gonna be fine.
Oh, that is sexual.
Trust me, okay?
I 100% don't trust you,
You
Chef.
shouldn't. You shouldn't, but you have to because you got no fucking
I
choice.
pretty much have no choice because I'm a 4.5 foot tall devil child now with a fiddle. So
is that tail prehensile? Can you like control that thing?
I don't. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I hit you with it.
We are definitely going to die.
I think that's called a tallywhack.
No, listen, Trent. I'm gonna need you to tell Guy a couple of things, okay?
I mean, you can yell too, right?
Trent, do as I fucking say, you little shit.
All right.
I'm sorry. This week's pretty good. I shouldn't have lashed out at you like that. I apologize.
A moment of reflection.
It's okay. Just let him know that pay attention to where the dragon comes from. I'm whispering this as low as I can into his ear.
You wait like in times between
Yeah.
them scarring around you.
He's got to find out where its nest is, and then at the right time, we're going to break free of this fucking bullshit. Okay? Look at those two. Don't look too hard, though. I'm pretty sure Barry's got a fucking boner, and that is fucking weird.
Are you guys talking about us?
Just don't look behind you, okay? Don't look back. It's fine.
It's okay, I'm here.
You feel something poke against your thigh, and you
Ooh.
look side to side, and you
Thigh.
see both of
You mean-
Barry's hands.
Ooh, Barry.
Oh, and by thigh, I mean your
Your neck.
mid back.
I don't know if I'm ready for this so quickly.
Donna's gonna be jealous.
Don doesn't need to know.
Oh, you know,
What happens, Arowana, stays in Arowana.
you know exactly. When in a D&D world,
All right, so you want me to tell Guy to find the nest and to guide us there
Yeah, when we break free.
when we break free. Okay.
Yeah.
So when the dragon leaves, he needs to follow it back.
I don't think the dragon's going back. Trent, pretty sure it's coming here to fucking eat us.
All right.
So when it gets here, he needs to see where it comes from, and then those two chuckle fucks are going to cause the distraction, and we can get out of here, okay?
Ken, Barry, did you just undo my top?
No.
You hear the chink of chainmail falling to the ground.
Don't look. Don't. Oh, fuck.
Oh no. Oh, my titties are out.
Listen, the
I'm
details
so
are-
indecent.
Does this
I'm
one have a
supposed to be
front
holy.
If I had $1 for every time Dante said that to me.
Oh no, my titties are out. I'm supposed to be good here. You are making me corrupt.
All right. Chef Tony
Okay, just a quick grab.
portrays
Just a quick
his instructions to the non-translated Trent.
Guy, I just realized why Chef Tony wanted me to yell this to you because because anything he says they understand, but apparently they can't understand me. All right, so he wants you to pay attention to where the dragon comes from, and then after it's here, Barry and Haki are going to make a distraction, and we're going to escape. Don't know how, and then you're going to lead us to the lair.
You could just tell Guy is in the darkness rolling his eyes. But he starts heading up the hill.
Okay. So yeah, this village is basically right at the base of this mountain. And you remember them saying Rollo and Sheg, that the lair was on the west side.
Okay.
You know, you're looking north as you look at it.
Yep.
You kind of start to pick your path out
Yep.
and start to move a little bit in that direction, keeping the village in sight. You kind of get yourself about kind of halfway between. The afternoon passes. You guys are fed like kings.
And queens.
Tony's taking note of every ingredient that is fed to him and trying to like see where things are prepped, what ingredients they use.
All right. It's
The
a lot
whole
of
time, since we're kind of stuck together and Trent kind of thinks he's going to die, he's kind of telling Tony his entire life story. And he's like, so,
Sweet God.
I'm the youngest of 4. So I just never really felt special. I just felt like I was just another one, and I guess that's why I sold my soul.
all you
Can
hear
you
in your
reach my
head?
blade? Can you reach my blade? Can
Josh,
you grab
I'm
it
going to
and
use
just
a
slit my
bard
fucking
power,
throat?
a bard power called charming and open. When you speak frankly with someone, you can ask the player. This is specifically used on another player. A question from the list below. They must answer it truthfully. Then they may ask you a question from the list, which you must answer truthfully.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
my
I love
God.
this. I love this. All right. As he starts talking, you realize that there's no escape. There's no way out. Tony, you just got to fucking tell him something to shut him up. What do you ask him?
So one of the questions is, how do I get you to blank? How do I get you to share your truth with us? Your true feelings.
How do you get Tony to show his true feelings?
Do you mean like to be treated like Pond is treated? Like
Yeah. Yes.
how to be that part of a kitchen family?
All the questions are kind of along those lines. Like, what do you wish I would do? Or what are you really feeling right now?
And show him the
Yeah,
list so he can pick
Yeah,
a
yeah.
question to ask you.
So I think, how do I get you to treat us the way you treat the Pond staff? I think is what I want to know. I say, so I guess, I know I like kind of lash out at you all the time, but it's just because, I know you're like this big deal. You're like the chosen and you're going to be great. And I don't know. I just wish that you respected us the way you respect them. But I guess we're going to get eaten by a dragon now.
You know what, Trent? That's it. See, that's the part that you're not fucking missing. Is Pond, every single one of them is willing to fucking sacrifice themselves for my fucking vision. What do you want to sacrifice for, Trent? You fucking demon? Whatever the fuck it is you signed up for, huh? How's that worth it? Explain that to me. I believe in myself and what I can fucking do. What do you got? You know what? I got a better question for you, Trent. What do you wish I did? Huh? To treat you like pawn staff. What do you want me to do?
that was a heartfelt moment. I like
Aw.
this.
That's great.
As you guys are tied to a stake, sharing this moment, surrounded by kobolds that are adorning and feeding you.
I guess, I don't know. I kind of got tricked into the whole neural soul sacrifice thing. And he just keeps giving me jobs, telling me what to do, but he never really tells me why. He just tells me the things he wants. I don't know. I guess I want to know why we do the things we do. I don't want to just be pointed around, given another job. I want to know why I'm doing it. Neural never does that.
Terrence, I'm going to tell you something. Everything I tell you to do is for a singular purpose, and that will forever be it. Is to make sure Ouroboros is the best restaurant in the entirety of this fucking planet. That's it. Only reason I do fucking anything is for that fucking restaurant. No ulterior motives. No, I want to fucking get 12 Michelin stars. None of it. It's all for the fucking restaurant.
You hear, Hockey, Barry, as long as I am here in this form, I just want you to know that I am all yours. But as soon as we get back, do not fucking touch me. Oh, I loved Ouroboros so much.
I love you, Hockey.
Do you give him a little sympathy reach around?
Oh, I'm definitely reaching around.
His hand is petting your head.
Oh, he is so tall and, oh, these muscles. Oh, boy.
I can be tender, too.
So,
Is that good on the wall? Is that good for you? Oh.
Barry,
Okay.
Did you come?
In more ways than one.
as you guys rub and tug, Barry, take +1 ongoing to defend hockey.
Let's go. I got you, baby.
The sun starts to lower in the sky as these kobolds continue to revel in their great blessing, moving around you. You guys at this point are just covered. Flowers, garland, trinkets. A weird part of you just kind of is like enjoying the energy.
You're a heartfelt moment.
You're basically being worshipped like, the
little queens that we are.
And as the sun gets lower, the maidens of the village are brought out, and they put the last, most beautiful floral garlands around each of your neck, and they kiss you with their little caiman lips one at a time. One of them looks deeply at you, Trent, slips you a little caiman tongue.
Woo!
Whoa.
And as the maidens leave, the whole village now is gathered around. There's fires lit all around you, half a dozen of these big fire pits, and all the village now, maybe 150 strong, young, old warriors, men, women, are gathered around, and then they start singing in unison. And you can understand them, Tony, and they're calling out to the All-Mother. And as the sun starts to hit the horizon of the mountain plateau in the distance, Guy, up on the slope, you feel a rumble, scraping rumble, just kind of thundering. And the sun is blocked out for a moment as you look up above you, and this shape emerges from the side of the mountain over you. And the rest of you down below on this plateau, you crane your necks to look around, and you see on the side of this mountain, this, what looks like part of the mountain moves, and then it breaks free as it takes flight, and a massive winged serpent, 100 feet long,
Oh, boy.
with equal wingspan, leaps into the air and starts to circle above the village. And we'll see you for the first three-parter. What? Back in Dungeon.
Oh, God damn.
That dragon is going to show us the way.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of The Monster of the Week. We would ask you to go out there and go and do that review thing. If you don't mind, rate and review Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to us. And while you're at us, check us out on socials. Whichever one you want, we're pretty much everywhere, but our Instagram is @NastyGramRPG. Thanks to our incredible music collaborators, that's a generous term, donors, people who have allowed us to steal with permission. A Wilhelm scream for the intro, and our scores are by Adrian von Ziegler and Antti Martikainen. Till next time, we will see you next Tuesday.
That's nasty.
So right.
Is the true way sustainability?
Yes.
Actually, let me just tell y'all real quick how excited I was to be here today. I was streaming yesterday, and I was playing Secret of Mana, and we're in this, like, I don't know, sand village. And then I started doing an accent for all the characters. And my girlfriend was like, "Were you doing Hockey's accent?" I said, "Yo, I totally, the whole village, I talk like this." I'm like, "Yo," I was so excited. I'm like, I had to get in character.
We just did.
Didn't you just ask, do we ever do romance at the table?
Any inter-party romance?
You and Dante just fucking hand gibber to each other.
Yep. Only while we're here. It's like
No, no, no.
Vegas, baby.
Yeah. That's fantasy hockey and fantasy Barry. Not even hockey and
Yeah,
Barry.
that's not the real ones. It's a vision of a vision.
Definitely doesn't count.
Game within a game.
You know, it's
a dream within a dream.
It's that voice, dude. Yeah, let me help you.
Hey, look, can I get that for you?
You gotta reach low.
Let me help you, buddy.
Love it.
Oh, that feels good.
Hey,
And boom goes the dynamite.